Waltman reporting. Get ready for dance, music, and more as Art for All takes over D.C.
Holly fills us in live from the Adams Inn in Northwest. Holly, good morning.
Good morning to you. This is a 3-week festival. It really is a time when arts just come alive in this city. We're talking about all 4 quadrants of the city hosting something, and it wouldn't be possible without Cultural Tourism DC. Steve Shulman is the executive director of that. He joins you this morning along with Doug Yule, who's the executive director of Joy of Motion, who's taking part. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And so this has been a great celebration the past couple of weeks.
It has. It has. We're in the 3rd week of a 3-week festival, and here in Adams Morgan on a gorgeous morning, getting prepared for Porch Fest.
And Porch Fest is just one example of a variety of events that have been going on. Why is something like this needed, you think?
Well, I think it's a showcase, especially this time of year. Lots of organizations are coming out of their summer hibernation or in other places. Now they're getting back and seasons are starting up. So it's a great time to showcase all of the arts and to help people make decisions about how they want to be audience members, whether it's for a museum, whether it's for a performing arts organization. Just what do you want to do and how do you want to participate? And when you're an audience member, you're participating.
Do you find that people are sampling a lot of things for the first time in this kind of
I am.
format?
I'm running into people. I'm out there visiting lots of things. I'm back in D.C. now for about 6 months, and this past weekend I took in 6 or 7 events, and I saw some people at more than one of those events, as they were at Figment in Acosta Park, Turkish Heritage Festival. So there's all sorts of things going on. There was a salon for jazz that I went to one evening, and then a discussion about D.C. murals. So it's a variety of performing arts, visual arts, and things that are readily accessible to people. Just get out, get away from the TV screens and the computer screens.
That's blasphemy. No, I'm kidding you. I'm kidding you. Well, even though it is the last week, there's still plenty for you to partake in. And so, Doug, you guys are providing one of those things. Tell me about the Joy of Motion workshop.
Yeah, absolutely. As part of Art for All, this weekend we are having our new improv workshop, which will be an improv workshop of improvisational dance, teaching of improvisational dance, led by...
So how do you teach improv?
How do you teach improv?
Question?
Oh, yeah. Well, I think what you do is you create certain parameters or certain directives, and then people follow those directives, but within those parameters, actually create and go with the flow.
We go with the flow. We all got to learn how to go with the flow,
I'm telling
right?
you, it's a great lesson in life.
It is a great lesson in life, and what an outlet to be able to do it via dance. For Joy of Motion, you guys are always involved in all the wonderful arts festivals that happen here in the city. This one in particular, what do you think that it's really giving?
Well, as far as Art for All, I think it's great. As Steve had mentioned, it's a great way to bring focus to arts and all the diversity of arts happenings and events and creativity that's taking place in the District of Columbia.
It's kind of a non-intimidating way to go out there and maybe see something that you're not sure if you're going to like it or not.
Absolutely.
But it's available, and then you can sample it.
I think it's great for people to know that in the District of Columbia there's so many great things happening from an artistic perspective, and Art for All is a great way for people to kind of see all that encased into one particular festival and to really have an opportunity to experience things that they may not ever have a chance to or had a chance to experience before.
Right. Doug, always great to see you. Thank you so much.
You
heard Steve reference Porch Fest. That is one of the things that we're highlighting here this morning, particularly in Adams Morgan. And Robert Miranda, who is serenading us here this morning, is going to be taking part in that. Good morning to you. So tell me a little bit about yourself and why you thought it would be good for you to be involved in Porch Fest.
Well, I'm an emerging musician. I took some time off and have an album coming out in November, so I looked at Porch Fest as a great way to come out, and launch the new songs. They're all originals, so it's a good way to see what the market is.
Well, and also I said this to the band that played before, it's a unique and different venue for an artist to perform in. Maybe it provides some inspiration for you in and of itself.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think it's also more intimate too. You're kind of there and people are like hanging out, and there's not a lot of expectations on both parties, and I think it'll be great.
So it just creates a wonderful, wonderful relationship that is. All right, well, thank you so much. Continue to sing. Our dancers are continuing to dance, and both of those are inspiring you to take part in Art for All DC. This weekend, October 5th at H Street Northeast, that's the Joy of Motion workshop, the improv dance workshop you can find yourself involved in. And then this Saturday from 2 to 6 is the Porch Fest here in Adams Morgan. So coming up in our next hour, we're going to talk more about the Porch Fest and having yet another group sing live for us this morning. Back to you all in the studio.
Thanks, Holly. You didn't see it. Tony was doing his own interpretive dance here in the studio.
I was into it, man.
All right. What a joyful way to start the morning.
Sure, why not? Yes, indeed.
All right. Thank you, Holly.
All right, coming up at 9, anger is
okay?
growing. I'm fine. I think I pulled a muscle.
I know that you did. That's what I was thinking.